Welcome back to my channel. My name is Dylan James. I'm a mindset coach that loves to specifically focus on relationships. And in today's video, we're skipping the intro so you guys know what that means. I'm just coming on here really quickly because I feel really inspired to just share this message just based off of like comments I've seen on my channel and things I've seen people kind of having concerns with. So the title of this video is Focus Fearlessly and Purely on What It Is That You Desire to Experience. Now, on my channel, I have the affirmation recordings that you can sleep with on. Hi, everybody. I know the live chat is open. I'm not able to see it. So if you're writing any messages there, I just can't see it because it's going to distract me. Okay. But on my channel, I have these affirmation recordings, right? And I just put out a brand new affirmation recording that goes into the beliefs that you hold about yourself and then the beliefs that you hold about different people in your life or relationships or money and stuff like that, right? It was a very, very, honestly, a very detailed self-affirmation recording that I really tried to see kind of like over the past year, what people struggle with, what I've struggled with, and how to directly address those things in a way that's going to help you the most, okay? So one thing that really, 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 really helped me on my journey when it came to actually turning things around and being able to materialize the results that I desired was being able to focus purely on what I wanted to experience. And I wasn't being kind of like barraged or experiencing all these conflicting thoughts about what could happen, what if, the things that were in front of me, how it was going to change. I was able to really align my feeling state and persist with either a step that I wanted to materialize or the end. Now, this is really important so that you understand what it is that you're doing when you're applying these changes. The affirmation recordings at nighttime are to build your self-belief up. It's to change your perception of your reality, right? Because if I don't have good beliefs about myself, if I'm easily intimidated, or I just have limitations within myself regarding certain aspects of my life, then anytime a challenge pops up, or anytime that I find myself in a pressing circumstance, I'm going to easily spin out into doubt and fear. I'm going to easily feel intimidated by what's going on around me. And it's going to really delay my ability to not react, to feel solid within myself, to know that I can achieve, that I can overcome whatever's in front of me. So that's the first thing, is you need to build your beliefs up. And if you've never built your beliefs up before, then this is a really beautiful opportunity for you to really figure out what's valuable to you, what kind of belief system you want to adopt. It's just something that you really should become conscious of. What are the beliefs that I actually have about different aspects of my life or even of myself, right? So the affirmation recordings at nighttime are really useful for you to shift your beliefs. Now, another thing that should happen when you're changing your beliefs is your perception of your reality changes. So where a lot of people struggle with materializing the things that they want in their life is they continue to focus on the problems or the challenges in front of them, how this is going to change, trying to figure out why it is this way, how it could possibly unfold. So their awareness keeps going to, there's a problem here, how do I change it? But they want to believe in whatever their end is. Okay, so they're stuck in this in-between space of like, I know I need to entertain this thing over here, but all of this is taking up and occupying my awareness. In order to really successfully and fastly, quickly materialize the desired results that you want to be able to focus on whatever it is that you want to experience in the most pure way that you possibly can, okay? Now, in previous content, I said, just go to the end and say it's done. Okay. Or I've said, even in previous videos, doing little meditations throughout the day is very useful for you. But I've said, do not do that if you are still being like, you're having all these intrusive thoughts and focuses that are not in alignment with what you want to experience. Okay. So in my circumstance that I explained a few weeks ago on my channel, I said I had to really align my beliefs, get into a better feeling state, and take the focus off of the circumstances. And that's what I did. I took ownership and accountability for the mistakes that I made. I shifted my beliefs. I came to peace with what was in front of me. I was no longer focusing on it every day. I started to create a new feeling state within myself. I lived in that feeling state, and in my awareness, there was no longer a problem. I still knew that I wasn't where I wanted to be, but it wasn't something that I was battling with in my mind every day. That is a very, very important first step. Once I got there, I was then able to focus purely and persist purely in the direction of what I wanted to create, what my next goal was. Okay. So you can either do that in a multitude of ways. There's no right or wrong way to persist. My suggestion, though, is I don't prefer affirming like a banshee all day long and feeling like I have to work in my mindset to make something happen. So when I was in that space, one of the first things that I really focused on was, okay, communication. I want to have communication here with this person. I didn't want to reach out. I wanted to trust. I wanted to allow for this to unfold. So I did no action in trying to make the communication happen, but I started to purely focus in my mind. Yeah, you know what? I could see that they're thinking about me. I could see that he misses me. I could see that he's reaching out to me. I was able to purely focus on that. Did I sit down and meditate on a few statements twice a day? Yes, I did. I persisted in that way because it felt good to me. Some days I didn't do that because it didn't feel good to me, but some days it felt really good to do that. So I allowed myself to do it. The point is when you've actually made a self-concept shift, okay? When you are no longer intimidated by the things that are going on around you. If there is something that you want in your life, you want to get to a space where you can focus on it in your mindset as purely as you possibly can. Now, outside of just like a relationship, look at this for like athletes or people that are gaining massive success in their career. Okay. I like an Olympic winner. Okay. So many people could say, but there's so many other people that are going for a gold medal. What if all these other people get this gold medal? How am I supposed to focus on this purely? What about all these challenges that are set in front of me? Do you know the people that are able to materialize the results that they want in their life? One, have a belief system where they believe that they can achieve, sustain, and have this result. That's number one. Okay. Number two, in their mindset, whether they do a visualization, they do an affirmation, they see themselves having that gold medal, they see themselves at the end, they're able to focus purely on that and they don't bring variables into the equation. So, with whatever it is that you want to create, if there's something that you want to turn around in your life, if there's something that you want to gain in your life, if there's something that you want to go to the next level at in your life, if you're not able to purely focus on that thing in your mindset, either with an affirmation or with a visual or with a knowing, you want to work on your beliefs first. Okay. But once you do that, and to be fully 100% honest, I don't really see that as a process that ever really fully ends. So I still like to sleep with affirmations on because I feel like it's a really good way to make sure I don't fall back into any unconscious based programming. Is everything the way that I want it to be in my reality right now? Yes. But if there were a certain aspect of my belief system where I notice, oh, I'm getting a little bit uncomfortable with going to the next level with this aspect of my life, then I would adjust that and what I'm sleeping with on at nighttime. I just think it's a really useful tool to be using. So the belief aspect work doesn't really ever end. However, when you've actually successfully integrated new beliefs, you should notice that you're no longer being, again, barraged or attacked with all these worries, doubts, and fears and contradicting thoughts and focuses on the circumstances in front of you in a way that feels defeated. You should be able to come into a place where you feel calm and good within yourself. And then you say, what is it that I want to create? And do I want to do a visual for that? Do I want to pick 3 affirmations and affirm that in throughout the day when it feels good? Or do I just want to know it and continue to live in this pleasant expectation? Whatever feels good to you. The main thing, though, is you do want to make sure you're working on your beliefs so that you can sustain the result. It's not about obsessively affirming or doing visuals or doing all these things that creates the desired result for you. That may be an aspect of it, but more importantly, you want to make sure you have the self-concept in alignment and the feeling state in alignment, because if you continue to look out into your reality and everything is throwing you off and you're doubting yourself and you're wondering how things are going to unfold and you're thinking about what this person is saying or how that person could get this person or how this other person could get the career that you wanted, or how am I going to be the gold winner if these other people that are in the competition are just as good? Those things do not matter. The people that get what they want, the ones that are able to really, really successfully get what they want from life and apply these topics, are able to purely focus on what it is that they want to create next. okay? What it is that they want to manifest into their experience. So there has to be a part of you that decides to fearlessly do that, no matter what's going on in front of you. And again, if your beliefs are aligned, then you should be able to do this. If you're still feeling really crappy and intimidated by your reality, and you find that your mind keeps going to what if and how, and I don't know how this is going to occur, ask yourself, what beliefs do I need to strengthen? What within me is feeling like I can't achieve this thing? What within me is getting intimidated by these things that are going on around me? Once you address that, then you want to see what feels good to purely focus on for this end that I want to create for my life. And if you want to sit down and affirm that in a couple times during the day and it feels good, do it. If you want to just know it, then do that. If you like to visualize, then do that. But when you're doing it, if your mind is introducing variables, worries, doubts, and fears, then I would take a step back and realize I need to be able to really purely focus on this. If I want to really be able to pull this off, I need to silence all the doubts and the fears, not really give a fuck what anybody says, decide for myself, go in this direction, and know it into being. That is how you materialize the things that you want in your life. Okay. And you have to be able to apply that fearlessly. I 100% understand when there's a lot of challenges presented in front of you, and the worries and the doubts and fears are valid. But in order to get what you want, you can't be focusing on what everybody else is doing and trying to believe in yourself. Like if you're, again, thinking of like an Olympian, okay? If I'm in a competition and I'm so worried about everybody around me and I'm so distracted internally in my mind about all the what ifs and how I might not win or how I might not be able to do this, I'm going to see that I'm not going to be able to perform or actually materialize the desired result that I want. It's the same thing with anything else. With a person, with a relationship, if you are focusing on the circumstances, if you're worried, if you're wondering what they could be doing, if you are feeling intimidated or worried about other people getting with your person, you need to work on your beliefs, because you should feel confident enough to think and know, yeah, I can totally achieve this, and they totally want me or they love me and they're reaching out to me, and I know that, and I'm not worried about it. And when it feels good to affirm it, I'm going to affirm it. If it doesn't feel good to affirm it right now, I don't have to affirm it if I don't want to. I'm already I'm living with this belief. I'm feeling as though, yeah, that's totally possible. And I feel good within myself, and I'm able to purely entertain something. When I actually did that, I was able to materialize the results that I desired. There was no way that I could continue to focus on the circumstances, my worries, doubts, and fears, and try to believe in something and get the result that I desired. At a certain point, I had to decide, fuck it. I'm not going to focus on these circumstances. I'm going to build my beliefs. I'm going to decide to feel better within myself. And once I feel good enough and I can focus on this the way that I want to experience it, then I'm going to reinforce that in a pleasant way. And if it doesn't feel pleasant for me to affirm this in or know this thing right now, then I'm going to do something else that feels better. You need to take a balanced approach, because your feeling state is really important, and you shouldn't be battling things in your mind. If you're battling things in your mind, if that's in your awareness, it's going to be really hard to apply this. So I would take a step back and focus on your self-concept. Okay. Alrighty, that's all I wanted to say for tonight's video. I know this is a quick video. I hope you guys enjoy the new affirmation recording that I put up last night. I am going to be making a UR version of that affirmation recording. Again, I really tried to tackle it from so many different perspectives, with the beliefs you hold about yourself, the beliefs that you hold about society at large. I really structured that around having a secure attachment style as well too, and good dominant beliefs and assumptions about people, relationships, money, and all these different aspects of your life that are going to allow for you to find a level of confidence and stability within yourself, so that you can purely focus on what it is that you want. When it comes to applying a technique though, if you're not able to purely focus on it the way that you want to experience it dominantly, then take a step back and focus on building the belief, because you should get to a space where you feel so limitless and confident with yourself that you're not even worried about the circumstances. You're able to focus on what it is that you want and know it into being. That's what manifests. Okay. Alrighty. I love you all so much. Thank you for being here. Thank you for all the thumbs up, and I will see you later. Bye.